Hey guys, it is One Smith and I'm back. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the high-grade Gundam Geminass 01 from the manga side story of Gundam Wing G Unit. So what is Gundam Wing G Unit? G Unit is a side story that takes place partially before the anime and ends right before the ending with the battle with Hiro and Zex. This is a complete different story that takes place in the world of Gundam Wing with mostly completely new characters, save for Lady Entrees and cameos by Zex, Wufei, and Hiro. This is a whole new characters and basically kind of Oz reacting to the threat of the new Gundams after they land on Earth. This was around the time the Mercurius and Vey 8 were created, and they decide to create their own Gundams, which are the Geminass 01 and 02. And if that reminds you of the Gundam Mark II, no, that is not subtle at all. So, some of the hardcore Gundam Wing fans might remember this kid from back in the 90s and the early 2000s. This got a high grade and didn't age very well. So when some fans were happy back earlier this year and late last year when Bandai announced that they would be remaking this in the high grade line, which has vastly improved in the last 23 years. Unfortunately, the caveat was it was P-Bandai, so a $25 kit became a $40 kit, at least in America. And obviously, current events aside, we finally have it here stateside. So, essentially, we have a revive of an old kit from 1997. And things have changed in the world of high grades, especially after my last review. High grades are pretty much almost becoming like early master grades at this point. It's almost ridiculous how far the engineering has come, even within the last 6 years since I started building Gunpla. It's amazing how much technology can go and how far Bandai can really go. But could they really do this kit a revive treatment and make it better than what it was from 1997? I mean, the obvious answer is yes, but the question is how, when, and why? And that's what we're gonna do. So why don't we open up the box and see what we have here? All built up, and now we have the Gundam Geminass, and they kind of did like a weird thing. They did kind of what they did with the Master Grade Wing Gundam and kind of slimmed it down. It's a lot slimmer and sleeker and has a more modern Gundam aesthetic than its 1997 counterpart. It is a lot sharper, better details, more panel lining opportunities, better color separation. Though some of the stickers are a little bit questionable. The green gem, eyes, and sensors, I can understand, but you couldn't work on the thrusters on the sides of the shoulders, or there was supposed to be like a nasty sticker that was supposed to go on the thrusters and the back leg, but I just refused to place it on. It was just a really bad sticker. Overall color representation is pretty great, but I would highly suggest that those are the more advanced line of building kits to try and paint this and really bring out the full extent of the Geminass. Geminass is alright, built as is, but this is a kit you kind of want to paint to get it better. It looks decent enough, but let's take a look at the articulation. Like we always do, we start with the head. The head is on a double ball joint and it's supposed to go 360 degrees, but I don't know if this has to do with the fact that I gave it a gloss clear coat and then a flat coat, but my ball joint doesn't want to even go inside of the head anymore. I'm finding that a lot of the joints are becoming a lot more loose as time goes on. The arms can go about that far and they are connected to the shoulder and can go 360 degrees, but as we see, a lot of parts start to fly and go everywhere. You're gonna get your basic swivel on the bicep, and technically there is a double elbow joint, but if you push it too far, the arm comes off. It's not really meant to be a double joint, even though it's built to be capable of having it. The hand, you're just gonna get the holding hand, and it's a ball and socket, just like every other high grade. Waist articulation. Waist is actually the best part. It has like a dynamic switch, so you have 3 different ways of swiveling around, so you can get a lot of dynamics with the legs. front and side skirts can pop out, and you are going to get a really nice knee joint. However, some of the joints, especially in the back, don't look good. And of course, you're going to get a double jointed ankle on the bottom and on the shin guard, and a nice toe bend. Articulation is pretty messy with this kit. A lot of things like to fall out, and the kit just becomes looser over time. When it comes to the accessories, this is as bare bones as we can get, which is ironically what I said last week. So you're gonna get the Buster Shield, which is broken up into two colors, a dark gray and a white. You're gonna get decals for it, and it's just your basic shield. It's got a ball socket on the inside, it plugs in the back of the forearm, and that's it. The gun, the Buster rifle, it's again just very basic. 3 pieces slapped together with the white trim separately, which again, it is better than what it was back in 1997. Don't let me take that away from that. In terms of posability, the kit can pose, but as I've experienced with mine, it just gets looser over time. I was able to get a lot of these poses from earlier as I went on my process of filming this. Once you have patience and you know what to pose, this is a great poser, especially once you get it on an action base. With the legs really help out to get more dynamics, and it's just, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I am trying really hard to say more things about Geminass, but this is a very basic kit. It's just kit, shield, gun, sword. I'm sorry, I'm really trying to be enthusiastic here and try to engage you, but I'm not feeling it. It's just so basic, so bare bones. Not that I want every single Gundam kit to blow me away with awesome gimmicks. Sometimes stability is all you want and need, but even with stability, the legs are great. Everything else is floppy, loose, and just, you gotta have a lot of patience with it. Now, again, as I said, I gave this thing a semi-gloss coat and then a flat coat once I applied all of my panel lining, but I don't know, just I'm not really enthusiastic. I built it, I got it to play, I fiddled with it, but you can only do the same poses over and over and over again, and it just starts to really drag. And overall, I'm just really unimpressed. I'm at the end of the review, and if you haven't caught my tone, I was excited when I first got the kit, but after I got my hands on it, I feel very underwhelmed, very meh. Now don't get me wrong, by proxy it is better than the 1997 version, but that's not saying much because high grades can be a lot more elaborate. Even the RX-78 Beyond Global, I had more excitement, I had more fun than this. You also gotta remember, this is P-Bandai. This kit should be worth about $20 regularly. This is gonna cost you $40, maybe $50, and it's only gonna go up. Now, I know with this kit, the gimmick is about having additional packs and weaponry, kind of similar to the F90. But on its own, it's not worth it. Like, this kit alone, it just feels like Gundam Wing's attempt at the Gundam Mark II, which Gundam Mark II is awesome, but I'm gonna be honest, Geminass sucks. Okay, maybe sucks is a harsh way. I just would not buy this again. I'm sorry. Sandrock was a lot better last year. I felt more complete, a great price. You got a lot of accessories. Sandrock had a lot more fun than Geminass. Quite honestly, I would only recommend this kit if you're a hardcore Gundam Wing fan like myself, but even as a Gundam Wing fan, this is one of the most bare bone high grades I have built in a while, and fuck it, it's not even worth it anymore. This kit is just, it's pretty. And that's just how I'm gonna end this review. I'm sorry guys, this kit just really let me down. This is 101 Smith, and I'll see you later. Peace.